Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you how to use for loop in PowerShell. So in this video you will learn how to use the for loop in PowerShell. It's the best loop, I think, when you need full control over iteration and indexing. And now we can move to the video. First of all, I will show you the basic syntax. So what do you need to do in order to create a for loop with indexes? So you have to type in for, and now inside of parentheses you have to specify three things. The first one is initialization, then you have to specify the condition, and then you have to specify the iteration. Now you have to open the braces, and inside of this of these braces you have to write the code. So this is the basic syntax of for loop, and now I will show you some examples. So the first example I think will be very simple, so I will show you how this loop works. So we will create a simple loop. We will start from I, which is equals to 0, then we will iterate until I is less than 5, and we will increment I by 1 every iteration. Now we can open the braces as I said before. We will just print I, because this is the first example, and we can press enter. What we are doing? We are basically printing from 0 to the number that is less than 5, which is 4. So this is why we are printing until 4. In order to make it, for example, from 1 to 5, you have two options. You can do either do +1 here, then we will print from 1 to 5. As you can see, it is working. And you have the second option. You can remove that from here, and you can start from I equals 1, and you can do I less, not less than, but less or equal, and it will also work. So these are two options to just print the numbers from, for example, 1 until, I don't know, whatever the number you want to. So this is the first example, and it is very important to understand what is initialization. As I said before, this is this I equal 1 or I equal 0 or whatever you want to choose. Of course you can change the name of the variable here, but then you have to change it here also, and here also, and also here. So this is also very important. The condition is in the middle, so in that case is I less or equal or I less than, and the iteration step is here on the right. In that case we are incrementing I by 1 every iteration. Now I will show you something with indexes. So this is the key use case. Let's say that we have an array which contains, for example, 3 elements. It will be very easy array. So my array contains 3 elements, A, B, and C. Let's iterate through this array and print every element, but by accessing elements by index. So we will again do something like this. So we will start with I equals 0. Now we have to start with I equals 0. Why? Because indexing in PowerShell is 0 based, so this first element in this array have index equals to 0. So in order to print this element, we have to specify, we have to use index 0. Now, while less is less than, and now we have to do, we know that this array has 3 elements, so we can do something like this, but it's better to use just the items and, for example, count, because if you have the array that contains, for example, I don't know, 1000 elements, you're not gonna count it manually. You can just use this count function and it will work, and we will again increment I by 1, like this. We can close that. And now, how can we access the array by elements? It is very easy. We have to just type in the name of the array, and inside of this brackets we have to specify the index. So In the first iteration, we will get the items 0, which is A. In the second iteration, we will get items 1, which is B, and in the last iteration, we will get items 2, which is 3. So we can test it. As you can see, it is working fine. So this is the second example. Now I will show you how to modify our array elements. Let's say that we have the array numbers equals from 1 to 5. What is this? This is, I would say, simplified syntax for just typing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can use it. I think this is pretty useful. Now again, we will start from 0 because arrays are 0 based. Indexing in arrays are 0 based. And now you have to do I again. Now numbers and count. And now again we will increment by 1. Of course you can choose whatever step you want to. I will show you some other steps in a second, but now we are doing something like this. And now let's modify the array elements. So we will get the numbers with the current index, but of course with $sign, and with the current index, and we will set to it, for example, the numbers with the current index but multiplied by 2, like this. And now we can close that and we can press enter. Now I can print my array, and as you can see, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have everything multiplied by 2, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So as you can see, this is also working. Of course, you can, for example, loop backwards. So we can do something in the opposite way. So let's start. Let's say that we want to print numbers from 4 to 1, for example. So we can do something like this. We can start with I equals 4, not 0, and we will do I when I is greater than 0, I mean greater or equal to 0, and we will now go down by 1. So in order to go down, we have to do not I++, but I minus minus, and we can close that, and again we will just print I, and as you can see, it is working fine. We are going down from 4 to 0. And as I said before, you can use the custom steps. So you can do something like this. So for I equals 0, while I is, for example, less than 20, you can, for example, increment by 2. So plus equals 2. But of course with the dollar sign. So right now we will go by 2, and now as you can see, it is 0, 2, 4, 6, and you can go, for example, I don't know, every 5 elements like this. It will also work. 0, 5, 10, 15. We are not printing 20 because we set less than 20. We can use less or equal 20 in order to print 20, so you can do it like this. Now I will show you the last thing, which is using break and continue. So let's say that we have the loop like this. I equals 0, y I is less than 10, and we will increment I by 1. Now, if we will do something like this. So if I will be 5, so I equals 5, we will break the loop. If you are familiar with programming languages, you probably know what I am doing, but this is a basic tutorial, so we are breaking the loop. So what we are doing? First of all, we are iterating from 0 to 10. But when we will reach the value 5, we have this condition. What is break? Break is basically breaking the loop. So, as you can see, we are printing only values until 4, because when we are reaching 5, we are going into this condition, and we are doing the break, which will end our loop, and the 6th iteration will not happen. So this is how it works. And now we have something what we call continue. So continue will just go to another iteration. So if I will do for I equals 0, I will do the same loop. So I equals 0, I is less than 10, and I will increment I by 1. And now I will do if I is equal to 5, we will not break, but we will do continue. And now we will print that I, and what we are doing, continue basically goes to the next iteration. So we are printing the first 4 values, the same as here. When we are reaching value 4, we are going to do continue, which is going to the next iteration, iteration 4, and then I mean not iteration 4 but iteration 6, and in the iteration 6 we'll just print the value 7, and until the 10th iteration we'll print the value. So we'll print every number except of this 5, because in the 5 case we will just skip that iteration. As you can see, we have 4, we don't have 5, and we have 6. So I think this is also pretty important. And now, when you can use this loop. This for loop with indexes is very useful when you of course need the index, when you, for example, modifying elements, when you're controlling step size, and when you are, for example, want to loop backwards. So this is all in this video. This is how you can use for loop in PowerShell. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.